more Italian than Indian, but actually you're probably more Native American than I am.
So, what's happening?
Well,
yeah, so she went to get his wife out there.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, welcome here. Oh, it's supposed to be summertime and warm.
Danielle?
I know.
Well,
Nice to meet you in person.
yeah, I think we met before, right? Yeah. Okay, good. I recognize you now. I didn't catch the name, so we do it. So Cheyenne says there's an email this morning. I didn't get that because it's going to my other email that the secretary did, so I didn't know that there was another one. But
No, it's okay.
so I got your original one. She filed it through me, and so I started an investigation. So I appreciate it. I'm glad we could all sit and talk about this.
Yeah, I did send over an agenda this morning. So that was the main thing.
Yep.
Straightforward. Those are the things I kind of wanted to focus on. Like, centered on that, if you don't mind. Just because I know we can kind of go off the rails a little bit. So.
That, and I think it'd be important to kind of see your perspective on the issues.
Yeah.
But again, we'll get to mediation when we get there. But obviously, big concern you have is the camera that's facing, right?
Yeah.
I've seen video from that camera. It does not touch your bathroom. Can it be moved? Of course, it can be moved.
It does point to our backyard, I think, and our garage.
Sure. Yep.
Is there a reason for that?
I haven't directly talked to her to
Looking at your
more concern with.
Say that these are questionable. It just makes us feel uncomfortable. And then neither we would say property.
I can record it in video. It's not pleasant.
Right? Like I'm not.
Yes, I am recording.
I'm
part of it.
chubby right now, so I don't feel good on camera. Right? So yeah, so that's the first thing is really understanding why, right? And I mean, we're cute, but we're not that cute.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think.
And I feel unsafe, especially just because of, like I said, all of the complaints that have been called in on us and false complaints. It's a lot.
So let's talk about that. I mean, what do you think are not, accurate or what?
I explained them in the email.
People getting out of their garage all night.
Yeah, like that was false.
I'm sorry?
She said there's people in and out of the garage.
On March 4th,
all night.
Yeah, on March 4th we received the first complaint that started this year. Since, I'm not having these complaints for video after I talked to Chief Tony. March 4th, we had a complaint saying that we had a chair that wasn't supposed to be on our front porch, and that people were coming in and out of our garage. March 4th, we've had 0 turnover because I want to send them on session, and I gave myself pretty hard. And so, yeah, literally no one was going in and out of the garage. We're both.
I locked it.
I lock it at night, like, sometimes we stay up pretty late at night, so I'm just kind of.
Well, I mean, maybe night to somebody is not night to you guys.
The investigation, I would imagine, would consisted of talking to us and saying, hey, like what you guys do for work to try to understand what our sleep schedule is, right?
Or even
none of that was done.
You should ask the question, number one question, is anyone sleeping in the garage? And could we go look at the garage?
Yeah,
I would have asked to go look at the garage.
Yeah, I mean, so in here, this is all documents that police. That's all police.
Has records gotten a hold of you as far as your point? Okay.
So this is probably the same stuff that you're going to get in your FOIL.
Yeah.
And then this is code issues that I pulled up as well. Code stuff that they had and stuff, and some of those documents in those code files. And I don't want to get into too many of those details. Were exactly that. Can we get into your garage?
No one asked us.
No
one ever asked
us. Document. We can.
Yeah,
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. But it's on that documentation, which I can get to. But to try to.
Which I filed FOIL with.
Okay, too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked.
Understood. So I can't get into he said, she said, or why it is. So just want to make this clear. When somebody makes allegations against our officers, or whether they're code officers or police officers, I take it very seriously.
Okay.
And every one of them, I look into myself personally to make sure that everybody's getting a fair shot and a fair justice. Okay. So you know me well enough, and maybe I'm a straight shooter, and that's what it is. And I have no reason. If somebody's not doing something, it's a corrective action. You need to fix it. Okay. You know what I mean? Like getting being hyper aggressive. Maybe that's not it. But I can see where reading all this information that's here, and I think it's important for everybody to read it. And I don't want to get into too many specifics because you know, you don't feel safe, I don't think they feel safe, and
But we've actually
I
never had
understand.
any complaints regarding safety of them. What we've had complaints about were, the chair, people coming in and out of my garage that was unfounded, people living in my garage that was unfounded, junk car in our driveway that was unfounded. So it seems very much like someone is picking on us, you know, having the police drive by our driveway and like standing plates late at night, you know, shining a spotlight, making us feel unsafe again. Just imagine sitting in your living room having a spotlight shown in your house, and you're just like, what was that? What was
Actually,
that
and
about?
those are lodged as property tax
Scary.
because
That's scary.
people in the neighborhood have.
The reason I was given first though was specifically about seeing whether or not people were living in our garage.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like there's inconsistencies, and so I just want to make sure that we're clear that, you know, I did send over the full list of information. I want to make sure that you guys definitely read it, and once you've read it and have the opportunity to look at your stuff, let's sit down. We can sit down and talk about it. But I think what I really wanted to get across is I have filed police complaints saying that I felt unsafe. I've had a police officer.
You'll get those reports.
Police officers, they've been great. Like I said that in my email. They've been really good at analyzing my thoughts. Right? They've been and empathetic, to be quite honest.
Sure.
You know, Officer Beeson came out. He took a look at the camera and he said, "That's really weird." Offered to knock on the door and talk to Linda about it. Linda wasn't home.
I think it's,
It
at
was,
least from what I've seen.
and we haven't been given
Is it,
opportunity
you said
to see
it's
the
on
video,
you said
you
it's on
know?
a shelf?
Yeah, she did.
I mean,
Now it's
okay.
on the shelf. Yeah, originally she had it directly in the window, which we have a picture of it somewhere, because that was like around the March 4th timeframe.
Okay.
I didn't think that, you know, after March 4th, we put the mirror on the trash can by the garage, say, okay, that's it's up, right? You know, very just non-aggressively, like, it's through the mirror, right?
Sure.
And then, you know, after that, I think that Saturday or Sunday, the camera wasn't in the window, like in the same spot, and I thought things were fine until April 30th. You know, that's when someone really said, like, "Hey, you guys have people living in the garage." I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm walking back there, and I see this camera sitting on the shelf in a more conspicuous spot, but still surveilling
Only
my
watch the
property.
garage.
So it just seems very odd to me that someone would want to do that. And you know, we haven't had any, like, we've never stolen anything from our property. We've never damaged her property.
Never been in trouble.
We've never,
Yeah.
we have no record.
So, but
So
recognize
it's really,
this.
And then the other day, I had a dumpster back in, and I backed my car up here for 6 minutes, and they hit it,
Yeah.
ticket.
yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I saw that.
The truck wasn't
I showed
gone
you.
yet.
They were
Okay.
pulling, they were
He
dropping.
ran up and put it on my windshield and ran away.
Yeah,
You could see him do
There's
that.
no name on the ticket or anything.
and the other, you know, the part about
Right,
that
I've
is
seen
concerning is
I
that
got it
I am
inside,
aware
so-
that,
Well,
you know,
she has it on her
her son-in-law is
phone.
Derek Brown. I am very aware of that. And, you know, I do understand her daughter, Andrea, I believe, City Rusty, she's the director of the youth bureau. And, you know, we've been really nice neighbors. When we first moved in, we introduced ourselves and said, you know, if there's anything we can do for you, please, and probably just let us know, we'll work on it. Like, we're pretty reasonable, we're really quiet, to be quite honest. Especially, like, you know, going through depression, it's a quiet person. We do, yeah.
They broke in and none of the hollering.
Yeah. We've got, victims.
So
What I did want to say is that, you know, we have on our own cameras watched our neighbors walk by our house and kind of glare at our house. I didn't feel the need that we needed to call code enforcement to nitpick about things. You know, she had a dead bird on the side of her property over there for like the longest time. And I know that's against code, but I didn't feel the need to call code enforcement to say anything about it. I didn't feel comfortable going to knock on her door because I know, like, something just felt off to me. And, you know, she would handle it when she walked by it, you know, whenever she saw it. It took a little while, but she did it.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Again,
So I don't understand where the lack of safety is on her part, but I do want to say, I made the complaint saying that we felt unsafe. I felt that it was kind of getting to a situation where they're trying to push our buttons and make us out to be the bad person here. And I want this to just, you know,
be a good, happy, quiet, peaceful neighborhood.
I just want to be able to live in
I
peace.
think
That's what everybody
we'll
wants.
just
So
try to get
that's
some,
what I
we need to
want.
get some
Yeah.
resolution to it. I think we have a suggestion to that, hopefully
Okay.
you'll be willing to do it as well. But I just want to clarify a couple things. Number one, you know, after reading this, I don't feel like, I feel like, I pull up, I can get you on 3 code violations like that. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I get you on 3, get a light hanging from the side, exposed wires, boarded up windows, and I'm not picking on you, but if they were going to pick on you, they can pick on you. But, so I don't feel that way.
What about the ticket?
But so but let me tell you about the car, so that's been a precedent, and we can prove all this. That's been a primary precedent for unlicensed, that's an unlicensed vehicle. If they were going to, if they're going, I understand, but if we wanted to harass you, but let me finish, because this is the important part. If we wanted to harass you, I'd be in there right now towing that car, because we can't. That car's not licensed, okay?
It is.
The one that was on the license, the one.
Okay.
It is.
Let me finish, for the one we got a ticket, it's a Prada, license plate Prada, Pura Vida.
The reason it was on there also is because the registration was suspended. We have to resolve it.
I understand.
So I don't know where to put the car if we can't, like, where do we put the car when we're trying to resolve it?
The law is unregistered, unlicensed vehicle.
What, no, but my question,
So if we were going to harass, we could do that, okay? That's within that, and we wanna work with you, we're not trying to be unreasonable people, otherwise we would be towing it, right? So, but parking on the lawn, and I can see there's tracks here, like it's been more than once.
So,
no, because of the dumpster we had to be pulled in there
Now,
yesterday.
just let me finish, because I think it's important to back up, that we had some incidents here with, we care about safety, right? So somebody sleeping in a car is a concern that I have when I read those reports. People sleeping in a car in the driveway, leaving it running, carbon monoxide, all that for whether it goes in the window, and that wasn't a complaint, but whatever that is. And then
No, I just wanted to make sure I was not the complaint, correct? That's what you said.
and then the car was.
the gentleman.
Yeah.
I never, we never received that one.
I know who they're
You
talking
can-
about, Dylan, I wasn't even
Yeah,
there. He has
night
PTSD like I do.
He's a Navy veteran. and-
Yeah.
We'll do everything we can to help him.
Right.
And they just
But that's not the
car.
point. So let me get to the overall point that I'm trying to get to, is that, so, with that, and then the car that's in the driveway is, stolen from, or, it's a rental that was not returned to, a car dealership. It was three days past due of being returned to a car dealership. And then, when that was identified, they came and got it, and they didn't press charges. Okay, and they took, so
How
this,
did they know the car was good?
Because we received it. So when our people showed up, they checked.
car dealership. And then when that was identified, they came and got it, and they didn't press charges. Okay, and they took, so
How
this,
did they know the car was good?
Because we received it. So when our people showed up, they
That
checked.
they were here?
Checked it, ran the license plate, came back to Royal Motor, we contacted Royal Motor, they said, we've been looking for that car.
Oh, okay.
The credit card that was on file from the person that rented it, they canceled, so not only we're not getting paid now,
She didn't have.
we don't have our car, and we don't know where it is.
It wasn't canceled.
again, I'm not picking on
I
anybody.
just wanted to not put any falseness out there, so it wasn't canceled. I just wanna say, there was a problem with the credit card, and we move forward, right? I just wanna make sure that we're being very mindful of words, because they do matter.
Yeah, they were just dropping off notes for us.
Yeah.
But they, and the drug paraphernalia in it, that's what was noticed on the
Oh,
outside
there
and
was
all that. It's all in the report, you can read it when you
Okay.
get your copy. But I encourage you to read.
No.
I encourage you to read the whole document. So if there was harassment involved, there's a good opportunity there to be able to do it, from our point.
I got a question for you, I guess.
Sure.
Is there so whenever you find drug paraphernalia in the car or anything like that, do you actually give the person that has the car the ticket and things about that nature, or is it just a report that you guys have kind of compiled without anyone, like without the people that were in the car doing that, because that opens up some concerns.
I think there's basis, they deal with it differently, that'd be a shame, based on what.
Could I get
what they
if I file a FOIL request, could I get a copy of the procedure on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
if
just wanted to make
you
sure.
could I interrupt everybody?
Sure.
That's why I put together.
You have to raise your hand.
Hand raised, butt still hurting. I guess it all boils down to this, right? We all live in a neighborhood, we all got a job. And you understand, I'm from New York. I live in Hudson, New York. Many years. I guess my point is, I want these people to wake up. for lapses, following up about all of these citations and violations. Like you said, you walk up, you saw 3 violations already. That is important. That's a lot of hours. I bet you guys are overwhelmed with it.
Spend enough time.
I know, but I guess my point is, I would talk to you. Come on, let's try to live together. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to be taken up for reaction. But I guess my concern is to, I want my daughter to protect me. You know, you folks can talk to me, so say, look, they're young, they're getting on their feet, trying to be good neighbors. You know, there are things that are going on from mental health. So, we get people to do that. You know, I would like to use you, yourself.
Well, I wanna make sure that, you know, that there isn't any bias involved in that, so maybe cutting the city administration out of it would be good, you know, for a third party that, and that's what I have here for.
Yeah, so we have a solution towards that, but I just wanna make sure we recognize it. You know, it's a two-way street, because I have a video of you walking past the camera, I think it's you.
I took video of her camera.
From the alderman that's in that area.
Oh, yeah, you want to take the video?
That he, no, I mean, I just want, you know, him, you know, of him flipping off the camera and just, you know what I mean? So that, but there's frustration that's getting on everybody, and neighbors are saying, people are calling them swear words, they're calling swear words and all that, so let's get past that, right? We're all on the same page, but that's gotta stop. That's gotta stop, right?
Let's just ignore it.
Right.
She can put the camera in and come on.
So if we get, right, so can we get, if we can agree.
I just want you guys to believe what I'm saying.
All right, a lot of voices going on.
So if we get,
Believe what I'm saying and what I
Danielle,
feel.
I think they believe.
And I think, like I said, I think there's, like the mayor just said, it's a two-way street. There's your guys' perspective, and then there's some other neighbors' perspective, and I don't know if you know their perspective.
A camera is not
I
gonna
did,
hurt.
I actually wrote in the
No, that's okay.
email, I did write in the email, I said, if there's a.
You can put it in my commode. If you willing to look at my booty,
I
no
don't
problem.
Yeah.
I want to hear, what the overall solution?
we have a mediation service that we can offer
All right.
to everybody, to the neighbors and everybody, it's called New Justice.
I have not talked to everyone to see if everyone, so, but I wanna first
Start here.
discuss it with you.
Okay.
They're a third party, conflict resolution, mediation services, it's no cost to anyone. It's paid through by the court, it's paid for by the court system. They're, basically, they just tell us your story, they get people together, it might take 1 meeting, it might take 5 meetings. It's strictly voluntary, there's no attorneys involved, it's just, they are trained by New York State in conflict resolution. I've talked with her just to kind of say, make sure you handle neighbor disputes, you know, things of this matter, 100%. Do you want me to share your contact information with them, or do you want to reach out to them directly?
So, I guess, this is my first time ever having a mediation, like in regards to these neighbors. Is this something that the city kind of like works through to help provide to neighbors that might have issues, or is this something that?
It's for
or-
some, a lot of, it's for
the other part
family
of
court, domestic, it's,
Yeah, just the other part of my question is it usual for the person to, like, you know, like, I'm just kind of curious, like.
it's the first time I've reached out to them.
So, like, yeah, cause, like, you know, to be honest, I am nervous talking on the phone with somebody.
So typically, when I try to work these out, a lot of times we have these kind of things where people have neighbor difficulties and try to work them out. And, you know, I would like to even like try to get our part of it, like I know there's something outstanding in code, according to code for the garage. And if I could even personally walk through there and I could get code and say, everything's good, everybody's good, we could turn the lights off that are shining in this way because the house is so like. But we gotta start, somebody's gotta make the step. Right? Somebody's gonna make this step. I think we make that step. Like it's like at some point somebody's gotta, right, it's so much easier for me if you can correct something and you're doing something, you're going out of your way saying.
It's not that we're correcting it though, so I do wanna make that very clear, that we would appeal this, number one, and you can still go in there and
Talking
investigate.
about
The light. So like having the lights
Well, yeah,
and being offensive and getting, like, I know, I get it. It's emotional and you're upset, I get it. I understand your point, and I understand why you're upset, I really do. But sometimes if it's just like, if you just rise above it, somebody's gotta help rise above it.
Right.
If both people rise above it, I know, but turning the lights off is gonna help.
I think this is a virtual idea,
Yeah.
if we get the other parties to come to the table.
Well, they have to come to the table for that to
And
work.
sometimes
They
it's
don't.
just like a trade-off, you know, you turn the light off, she turns her camera off,
That's all right.
you,
Oh, that's,
which whoever's leaving notes for her or whatever that is, you know, it's a give and take, you know, and
You know what, they could
No,
little
I-
steps.
Oh,
I get
somebody's
that,
leaving
I'm happy,
them.
but I think the part that I'm kind of, I
yeah,
guess, confused on is, you know,
Like,
you mentioned
not
going to take a look
on
at the
her
garage.
property, but we'll be here for her to see.
Because we do
Yeah,
have,
just
you
say
know,
stop it,
whatever the
Karen
ordinance is
and
about, so
stop
we
being
can
so
do that.
nosy.
When they came here, no one ever investigated.
I think it's more,
the garage.
Okay, but you know
They
what?
didn't try to find
Camera
it,
is
they
not
didn't
on her,
the alcohol.
no matter what, a camera is on her.
Saying, hey, sir,
I know, it's, you feel
I will-
violated,
So
but
I
the thing
can show you
is,
the
guess what,
garage,
it
and
ain't
have to
doing
do that.
that, you know. Somebody
That's not what's in the
said-
document, but I'll address that, I'll take your word for it, and I'll address that, and we're done with it. Once I go in the garage, that's done. But,
I just
you know what I
wanna
mean?
make sure
Otherwise
the
you're gonna,
citation
And
is-
when you don't
is
pay
a-
attention
because
to
there's
it,
something in
it
the
should
code
go
that says,
away.
you know, if you have more than 3 citations within a year, then you get charged, and I just wanna
it'll
make
be
sure.
done. I'm saying, if I
Okay.
walk in the garage, it's
Okay.
gone,
Alright.
okay? And then
Okay.
I'll address it, and then we'll make sure that
Okay.
they're addressed properly to make sure that they do it right next time, right? So I can use it as a tool to say, this was not handled properly, you did not do it necessarily, whatever the case might be. We don't have to get you involved and them upset or anybody, I'll take care of what we have to do. And, you know, do recognize that, you know, abandoned vehicles and non-registered vehicles is a blight of mine, a blight of mine all over. And I can show you, we've had like 75 in the last, since January 1st, that we've taken out of people's driveways, because they wanna clean it up. And not that that's a huge, but we do have it. And then you gotta try to draw that line. But I'm not picking on it,
I'm not-
you're gonna get it addressed, you're getting it addressed, but I'm just trying to say, that's what it is, right? You understand what I'm saying?
I am kind of curious, though, just because this is a real question. If we're trying to get our car back on the road while we go through some of the procedures that are required by the city, where do we store that car?
So,
Should we store
so
it
here's
off-
what usually
off the
happens.
property?
So you're notified that that car's in violation. You contact the city and say, hey, I'm in a registration thing, I have an insurance thing, I need to get caught up, it'll be 3 months. And they say, okay, you know what I mean? 3 months from now, we'll put a trip ticket in, we'll revisit it, and then we say, all right, guess what? Here's another citation, it's 3 months, we worked with you, you know, nobody wants to do that, but we do that with everybody, and everything.
So is that documented online at this point? Like, 'cause I just wanna make sure we do the right thing. That's all.
Everything is here is
Like, who do I call in case? Like, those very,
People will be.
sometimes I need to hear directly.
Listen, so what is black and white is, we have 0 tolerance for that car, we're gonna pull that car. That's what's in the code. So what's real is
I
not,
know.
but we consistently handle them all the same way, because otherwise you could think that we're not treating you any different than anybody else. So we're consistently doing that, although we don't have the law written so that we can be understanding, but there's other people that say that, okay, you say it, 3 months, we give you a reasonable amount of time, that's all. And typically, if somebody says to me, 3 months, I said, I'll give you 6. Taking the
Well,
time.
in order for you,
No,
for
I get
them
it.
not to pull that, you should request that your, registration is coming at such and such
I
time.
get that.
But ask for the full 3 months, just in case there's a difference.
I get that part, the part that I'm unclear on, who exactly do I have?
Where the
Citation comes from.
Oh, okay.
That was my question.
Yeah, and it's on there,
Okay.
it's on there, you know, contact,
contact,
you know, it's like,
detail
But
written.
I guess like even, as we went through this process, you know, the way that we found out about it was really shocking when he got pulled over and they were like, hey, this happened and they
Can you
towed
get
the car.
anything in the mail from the
No.
Department of Motor Vehicles?
No,
thought they wanted to
so
build it.
so
I knew
we're just
that.
like, what?
What was the reason for the suspension?
Yeah,
The insurance was last.
yeah.
Your insurance company
My
didn't tell you?
insurance company, I didn't get an email from my
then
insurance
you get like $1 a
company.
day or
Right,
something.
Yeah,
I would've drove it.
So it was a shock
Right.
to us.
It makes it worse,
Yeah,
right?
it was a shock to us, you know, and so like, so I'm like,
At
okay,
that
well,
point, it's
where
suspended,
else
so
do I?
you have to wait for it.
Yeah,
I
so
like the
the-
idea.
I think it's,
That's all we try to do.
Yeah,
When I was growing up, we live in a real small, dickish town.
Mhm.
First thing we did, well, when we got ready to leave, right, we invited the neighborhood for a party. And the people that were buying our home, we invited them so that they could meet everybody. Develop a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the world's about.
You know?
That's what we did 5 years ago.
Anybody that goes to the people.
Yeah,
That's good. I appreciate you guys.
and I think if we work towards doing that, kill the lights, I'll personally talk to them about acting, being reasonable, but we need to be reasonable and be a little bit more tolerant. If you think they say something bad about you, yeah, I actually went by last night, cause I got called out at 2 o'clock in the morning, I actually went by.
I looked up legal range.
It's already removed.
And technically,
Don't worry about that. Unfortunately.
there's spotlights that shine out.
Yeah, we put that there because of the camera, because it actually blocks the camera.
But
Be the better person and
I'm
take
not
it
trying
down.
to annoy them because
they take it down.
And we'll take care, and give me a day, give me 24 hours,
It is down already.
okay? But just, if you can do that, that would be awesome, and then just be good neighbors, but, like, if you think they're talking about you, assume not.
No, we're not.
You know what I mean, assume not, because I don't think anybody really wants that, nobody wants to live this way.
No.
You're in turmoil, you don't feel safe, they're in turmoil, they don't feel safe, nobody wants to live that way, and but, we also don't wanna have, trash all over, and neighborhoods running down, you know what I mean? Nobody wants that either, right? So, if we can work towards that, I appreciate your help on this, to try to get the understanding that, nobody's trying to do anything, nobody's trying to go outside of anything. Read the
Nobody wants to
document.
hurt anyone. Everybody just wants to live.
Read those police
Yeah.
reports, and you'll get the feeling of why that other people are concerned, and why the extra necessary police officers have been driving by, because of the activity in the driveway, okay? So that's,
There's been, so on our property, though, no one has been searched, no one has ever had any paraphernalia on them, so it's been very concerning that this has been happening.
again,
But that's okay.
Well, you weren't aware.
so a lot of these people, I'm gonna go to a point.
I don't want to say these people.
Right, a lot of the people that were in the driveway,
Our friends.
like your friends, a lot of your friends, came from Woodland. So, and that building was really unsafe and scary.
Actually,
Okay,
It's
but,
a matter of opinion.
we're gonna call
It's just a matter of opinion.
Because I actually did want to follow up with you on the conversation last night.
I've got that in my
Yeah,
but there's nothing been taken.
Yeah, she just wanted to make sure, so I just wanted to pass the message, you guys don't know, because she's worried.
Actually, the bank took over.
And that's what she
The
wasn't
bank
sure
took
of.
over,
Yep.
and so that's what that's about, and there was nothing taken of any value, it was just some,
They lied, the people that took the stuff, those lied, so just giving you a heads up, she was really worried about it, so.
because I have pictures, of before and after, so I feel good about that that's not the
Okay.
case. And I
That's
think,
not your issue.
no, I know, but that's still, so some of that has happened, some of that's still over.
And it's always
And
you,
that's
he
it.
thinks, she thinks.
Right, but recognize the structural issues are real, and that's what I do for a living, besides, right? So, but, nobody's trying to do anything more than what's real, but that carried over as issues and concerns there, and there's a whole other kind of, it's relative, because, and I'm not saying it was your friends that were the ones that weren't in jail, right? So, that wasn't just, your friends were, they were just victims at that point of that whole situation, right? But that's still, that little bit of that still goes.
No, you have a concern here. So, like where I live, if you sell a home, you have inspectors doing everything. You can't buy the house until they inspect it and sell it. I know all of this didn't happen in 2 years. With the garage and.
I have some concerns about the stuff in here. Very good.
When my daughter told me she was buying the home, I came and looked and I go, I didn't.
You didn't let us talk about it.
Is that the person you hired?
The person who recommended the hire bar.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Usually they love it and they say,
Yeah, they point out
this
things.
roof will last, I'm not protecting, but the roof's gonna last 5 years.
I had to call up the
That's
outlet
crazy.
technician.
It is.
I guess you guys
Still
own
two
that
dollars
park
for
thing
the storage.
and people are like,
So, we're, so.
It's a lot of work here.
Maybe contract, or they got help, like, to learn that.
For whatever we can do to help on that part of it, for being a homeowner, that we can get you help for improvements and stuff, you know, I was just thinking, now with Toma, and they have a grant program, they can do it, so the sidewalks is pretty good, but, you know, so we can help do the sidewalk, that's one of our sidewalks, so Terry helped funded that one. But, you know, I actually decided that house, I think that's
That would be helpful to get
but
some
so,
information.
but that's through Toma, so we'll do whatever we can do to help, and the same with whatever that is that way. But if I go in the garage, we'll get that one gone, and we'll get that taken care of, but I wanna make sure that you don't feel like you're
It's
being picked
okay.
on.
Right,
I
that
feel
was
like
the other
I'm not
okay
gonna
to hand
emotion there.
So from a public safety standpoint, I don't wanna say.
I know.
You have bad friends.
I know you are handsome. Yes, you are.
What I'm saying is, the association that we've had to
I
Woodland,
understand that.
to the same people, we've had guns involved, we've had drugs involved.
Look,
And that raises our suspicions to
Yeah.
bring that to
Okay.
another great neighborhood.
look,
We're concerned, you know?
I understand that.
But I appreciate that
I
you
understand
have
that.
friends that you want to help out
That's
and
fine.
get on the phone. I mean, that's great.
Right, like, you know, they didn't do anything bad that week, right? Like, you know, when they were with us, they were like, look at the dog, guys, look at the dog. They did a great job. Right? It's beautiful. I'm so happy, like, I had tears in my eyes. You know, like, that, you know, these people that I just met, you know, he's done, you know, you know, so, like, for them to come, a couple months ago again, yeah.
Can I give you advice about the first I do it? And I'm only saying in the sense of be cautious because people change their mind. And if they're, you know, and they,
they aren't living here, you know, so they're not living here. And, you know, the thing that I think that concerned me a little bit was that, just kind of, I want you to look into them, they're trying to get better.
Yeah.
So, by thinking that, you know, they're the wrong type of people, which you know, I know that. I know it's something that people are going to have to learn how to move forward with. But by always
Everyone has
having,
bias.
always having that bias, always having that bias, though, can continue to push a person back. So, you know,
We raise you not to do that.
I don't do that. I
You
give
know,
people the
you
benefit
give a
of the
person a chance, they step on it, then that's it.
You might mess up. Okay.
Hey, everybody's
Prove to me
human and
again-
everybody makes
Prove
mistakes.
to me again that you can do this. And, you know, you keep chipping away. You know, Skylar, I'll tell you, he said he's scared to walk around this town without, like, he has to wear a mask. So he's feeling pretty hopeful. And I do want you to hear that, because
I hope he does.
it hurts, like, it's gonna be kind of tearful. Like, he wants me to see him on a, like, a witness, like, he witness there, and you know, he was really excited about that. I said, like, you know, you do this, you gotta stop this, you know, like, right? Because in order to
Don't
do
hand
this,
in hand.
in order to do this, you're not gonna feel good if you're working out like that. I mean, in order to get better, you're not gonna feel right. So, like, I want you to know that he and I had that conversation, and I want to try to keep pushing him towards that direction. And it would help if he doesn't feel like he's being picked on so much. Just kind of keep that in mind, you know?
I get it.
Like, if he feels something wrong, you don't remove it, fine. But, like, if he's not, don't make him feel like you have to work, you know? But no one ever wants.
But like, I'm glad I'm going through both of mine up in retirement, Lord. Still over the hill 9 years ago, so I'm very happy with that. But it's like,
But it wasn't, if the camera wasn't there, we wouldn't have done it. I know, but if, I understand that, but I don't want you to put that
they
as
got a hard
something
job.
that we did wrong.
The thing is,
No, yeah, I never said that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but that's not the result. That's why I
Sometimes
above
our
it.
own worst enemy.
yeah, and sometimes, like you say, you know,
The lights
you can't
on.
have a
You made a deal. You made a
conversation
deal,
with
right?
someone's gonna say you're harassing them or vice versa, you know. It's not about that.
Here's what I'll do. Two things. You do your part. Go out of your way. I don't hear the C word, the F word, no middle fingers, right?
Promise.
Acknowledge that. Promise me that. Right? I'm not. Come on, I'm trying to work with you.
Hey.
So I'll make that ticket go away. Yep. You get me in the garage, we'll make that resolved, but you gotta promise me that, like, it's not fair. A single
If we
older
have to
person.
drive back
like,
up
I'm
here,
older, so I'm not saying she's older. I gotta be careful. But a single person, like, if you guys have each other to vent to. You know what I mean? It's hard. Put yourself in that situation.
Oh, no.
With your booty on your chin. That's good. But whatever, you know what I mean? Let's just think about everybody else too. Okay, that's all I have. So if you give,
How you doing?
if you give 80%, if you give 80% and you expect 40, accept that.
It's something.
Can we do that? I'll make those two go away. Yeah, I'll just walk back next to it. I'm sure that's the case. I'll walk back to it. I physically look
I
myself.
have appealed that ticket, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Electronically?
Electronically,
You're right. So,
There's two people that really have access to that, and they're seeing it.
right here. So it goes to him, he's the first and I'm the second. So we can make that go away. Here's my
Okay.
directive, we'll make it go away.
But you definitely
Okay.
need to talk to
And then
the
3
county
months?
about
3 months?
help.
How much time we need for the car? 3 months?
22nd.
Give it a little extra.
Give it 3 months.
Okay, I'll give you 3 months.
3 months.
Okay, I'll trip it for 3 months. Not that I'm picking on you, but
No,
I gotta be
that's
consistent.
perfect.
And I'll give you 3 months, and then I'll put it on the calendar for 3 months. That goes away. That's resolved. The garage will be resolved, and then you're gonna look at mediation services. They agree to it. And
Yeah.
if you know, and it might be as simple as put the lights away, put the finger away, and it's all done. Put the camera away. And it's all done. Right? I mean, nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be that simple.
And you know what? It might not be what they thought. Period.
Yeah. And recognize that, but that doesn't not give anybody the right to if they see something that doesn't look safe or dangerous, that they still might not reach out.
Get a meeting set up.
Yeah. You want to take a look real quick?
You know,
Do you mind?
Did you
Look out.
want to walk with them? Yeah.
Yeah, we put the carpet.
And then same, right? Same, right? So they'll get rid of those, you get rid of yours.
We're moving this back further,
Yeah, and so like this car is in the garage, good. You know what I mean? That's your right. You know?
Someone actually impaled me. Someone impaled my car. I believe
That's
it was the people who actually did the sidewalk, because that's who was around that day, but no one wanted to let me know this.
That looks like some kind of a piece of equipment.
Exactly, right?
For sure.
Ouch.
Ooh. Yeah. It was that's a piece of equipment. It's impaled.
Yeah, okay. That looks like a...
And we didn't run. You know, my car was parked out front. I worked from home. I didn't even hear it.
Did you call us when it happened? Okay. Hopefully we can help you out. Do you need any recommendations for body work? I have a few.
He's nervous. Like he's the first lady.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Welcome to homeownership. It doesn't end.
I get more stuff from my last name than my first.
Oh, I get it. It doesn't, it's kind of like an oxymoron, right?
Right.
The last thing I did have on there, on the agenda, just to kind of talk about, just, I guess, you know, I reached out to
That's my favorite sign. I got that in Costa Rica.
I didn't know that was bad to do.
Oh, wow.
that, you know, people aren't getting that, because this won't have like any function time for 2 years, right? And I talked to people about it, and she's fine, you know, I thought things were good, right? So I just wanna make sure that for the entire community, that no one feels, people might not act like I did, right?
That'd be
We might feel
interesting.
threatened, and maybe we might make a person leave their house, or we might make them retaliate, right? And so by having a process in place by which you kind of start to notice you seem like thoughts in place, like, 'cause I don't know that you guys even are keeping track of whether or not something is false, or if you guys are saying, okay, we resolved it, right? And so by helping to understand that, what you do is mitigate that risk, right? And so, like, I'd be happy to be part of that discussion, to make this a little bit better, because I don't want anyone to get to the position that, right?
So what ends up happening is people end up being nuisance property.
Yeah.
When you start getting folders that are sick, it becomes a nuisance property. And then it's really analyzed at that point, how much is real and how much isn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? So somebody calls and a noise complaint, and we've had that happen many times up on the hill, and we go to the same address, and it's lights off, nobody's even around. One time, I had a complaint, a police officer was standing on the steps of the house that they were complaining was noise. It's like, we're right here, there's nothing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what happens. That stuff happens. Right, that stuff happens, unfortunately, but we know who they are.
You'll get that report as well.
Right, and we sit there and say, this, you know, but we have to look at every one of them, right?
I get that.
And so so at some point when you get to 2 or 3 of them, then people are addressed. They say, what are you doing? Like, all right, I get maybe you thought it was coming from here, it was coming from here, or echoed through, but now this is the 3rd time, you know, you're being a problem. So usually, most of the time people don't like to see falsify information.
That's really
But it does happen.
I'm gonna give you a reference.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. My wife is too.
Thank you both.
You know, dorms are small, right? And people would like complain because I did turn it up. You know, I had to die. And then as soon as somebody showed up, like the security police, I like,
Wasn't me.
wasn't me,
The
man.
house was black, pitch black, because we were asleep. Like, we were out for like 5 hours. We didn't, like, you know, we're here to sleep. Dylan was here. He came in, he's like, you know, sleeping last night, guys. I'm like, no, we're sleeping. That was the response I had, because I was passed out. Like, Andrew was passed out.
Yeah.
So, like, 7
That
hours.
report is in there. Yeah, you'll see that
That was
report.
crazy to me. I'm like, what are you doing? The house is pitch black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get those reports, so back to it, get to those reports if there's anything else you have concern, see anything about, or see what it is, but I think most of the time, I think they're substantiated, I think there's that one is an example, and I think there might have been one other one that it was like, okay, you know, but, again, objectively looking at this, because I have no axe to grind, I think, I can see where everybody's concerns were, and I think if we can draw that and move it out and start fresh, we'll get rid of this stuff, the retaliatory stuff that's going back and forth, and start fresh, and then everybody can do their own thing and not get all fussy because your lawnmower blew a blade of grass on my cement, you know, whatever. Just, we're neighbors. You guys are literally 6 feet apart, crying out loud.
Here's my card.
Okay?
Feel better? A little bit?
A little bit.
And just so you're, I mean, they in the process stage, there's a lot, you know. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of good places around, and
There are, and I've definitely had some conflicts with it.
and several, actually, we're almost at 100% where our whole patrol division is certified in crisis intervention. Sometimes, I mean, we do follow-ups, we talk to people, you know, if they're having a bad day, we're more than welcome to stop by, talk, you know, and sure.
It feels very much like a movie.
Well, again,
Like, I don't want you to, I just want to hear it. I don't know if you've ever been in this before, but you know, I mean, going through that work, does that work? Can you listen?
Sure. I think the employer would want to support you and help you and, you know, help you get through it.
And then, they help them out. Maybe just a month, they gaslit me for about a month. And so,
Sorry, you went through that and they're going through
when
that.
people don't believe what I'm trying to tell them, because when people don't believe that I'm a person, it hurts even more because, you know, I'm not trying, like, I've never been a bad person.
Yeah,
Never been a bad
you don't seem like a bad person. So I think with this mediation, I think maybe sharing some of the stuff you're going through with some of the neighbors,
Yeah, you know,
you might get some empathy in response.
Yeah,
definitely help.
super empathetic.
Yeah.
Helpful and that, you know, like, because I do share, like, I'm not open,
Oh, that's the way to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't like what they hear, but hey.
Hey, look, you know, like, look, if I don't get it out, then we'll go.
So you're saying that camera is currently gone, or no? Oh no, that one there. Okay, I thought you said earlier.
No,
I moved my light.
Oh, the light. I got
The
you.
lights are no longer there, and we're gonna take that light out. Okay.
Yeah, I thought about it in the scenario of the finance stuff.
I think everyone will appreciate that.
The other, I guess, like, with the ticket outlet, I did upload, like, an image that, so that, you can only upload it, but I have more, so I can do more and kind of do, like,
He ran up and just threw it on the
actual
windshield.
dumpster thing.
Yeah, no, I'll again, the mayor said that he would do it. The process is we try and make it, as fair as possible. The mayor just gave you his word we take care of it. I will log into our passport system and agree to approve your appeal, and then the mayor will second.
It just felt like retaliation.
It felt like retaliation. And that's, is that something where, is mediation possible? Because that's kind of what we were doing, right?
I would start with the neighbors and let the mayor talk to code, and hopefully things will settle down, hopefully things will improve, hopefully things will get better.
Some of us are ready to take the tires, take the dumpster here.
Yeah, it's kind of a challenge.
If they're going to clear the road, we're like, oh,
Country's nice. I live in the country.
yeah, I miss it.
I lived in the city here for most of my life, and
We live in Philly, it felt like we had more privacy here.
really,
Just a little bit.
I like Philly. I've only been to Philly once, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was nice being down there, but yeah. Then we moved to Vermont for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a change.
I've worked from home for 13 years.
Really? Wow.
So we just
What
work
do
from
you do if
home.
you don't mind me asking?
I'm a business developer.
Okay.
So that's my thing. I only think I got, but, if you do it people, or...
You know how to manage body.
I actually told, like, when you guys are looking into that, I think it was,
Yeah.
so like, now we need someone from process and, like, how to, like, listen. Yeah, I'm good at that.
Challenge.
I'm really,
Challenge.
that's,
It really is.
I'm really, really good at that stuff. I can tell you that. So, yeah, like, if that's what you're looking for, you have my
Yeah,
email
no,
address.
I wish we had the
I don't know how
option to hire someone.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have some words.
2%.
I know, it kills me. My brain doesn't
I know.
work.
I didn't want to mess it up.
But maybe I'll have to, like, if there's something, maybe it's something like, let me figure out how to make my stairs, whether that's
He said home development, the grant system, he has those connections, and he helps a lot of homeowners fix issues.
With the cameras, like, if you guys are really looking for someone to do that, how to do that?
We wanted somebody to do that before we implemented them.
Well, yeah,
We're
that's
here
what
now, and now
we're
we're trying to play catch up.
Yeah. My cousin's the mayor of
I can
Endicott.
ask them to
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
I
ask
forgot about that.
You get a process and figure out
I hope-
that's my sweet spot. Like, you guys can go, and I can help you make it better.
Great. I hope you feel a little bit better.
Yes, thank
I hope,
you. I appreciate
again,
it.
you have my contact information. Reach out to Julie. I'm going to talk with other neighbors and see.
We're not associated with that.
Hey, you know what? If you are, and maybe you can help, it's great.
Yeah, it was kind
But-
of
That's our time is, but,
Yeah,
we
so,
also
like-
don't want to feel like we're being targeted
Yeah,
as a result of that.
not like
You know.
people who hang out with.
Yeah. I get you never. That's the problem, You never know what's going to come with it.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
that's,
I don't like his friends.
yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. You
We
never know
never
what
had
you're
anyone
going to
do anything.
You don't do anything bad here,
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
Which is
Good.
very nice.
Again, like I said, be cautious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Been around the world a little bit,
Yeah, it's probably been like 10 years since I've seen
Yeah.
him.
I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it again. Whenever somebody leaves Portland, they always end up back here.
Yeah.
It is a
I
good
know.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really is.
it is. Yeah, I grew up in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah. That comes back to Central New York. You like actually having four shoes.
I like Four Seasons. I like the Four Seasons a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We
Nice meeting you
appreciate it.
both.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. Yeah.
I'll
Thank you.
we'll yes. I'll share. I don't know what the best course of action. Are you going to reach out to her? Or do you want me to have her reach out to you?
I can reach out to her,
Okay.
like when I talk to her, just say,
You can say, Lieutenant Cute reached out to you, and you're one party, but I have to have anyone else that's interested in, you know, joining in also reach out. So that's next on my agenda. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Good to hear.
Thank you guys for coming on email and making those.
We got it. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.